from Fiesta. This is EYFS Year 1 Fundamentals, and this is the final lesson. Let's get warm. To get warm, we're going to play the Mr. Men game. For this, I will shout out some names to some characters, and you're going to follow along with me and do the actions that fit with the name, sorry. So, the first one is Mr. Jelly. What could you do for this one? We could wibble around like jelly on a plate. Then we're going to have Mr. Slow. So you can either be marching or jogging on the spot really slowly. We're going to have Little Miss Quick. We're going to really do it quick. Then we're going to have Mr. Bounce. So we could be jumping on the spot. And then Mr. Tall. Ooh. Are you ready to get started? Have some music. So start off with some marching on the spot. Or jogging, let's do a bit of jogging actually. Mr. Jelly! Woo. Then back jogging again. Mr. Bounce! Jogging on the spot. Mr. Slow! Mr. Slow. Little Miss Quick! Mr. Jelly! Wibble. Then jogging again. Mr. Bounce! Mr. Tall! Little Miss Quick! Mr. Jelly again! Woo! Mr. Slow! Little Miss Quick! Faster! Quick! Mr. Tall! Mr. Slow! Mr. Quick! Little Miss Jelly again! Mr. Jelly, sorry! Mr. Bounce! Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's use our arms again. Ready? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And out again. Whew. This time, we're going to add a few more characters in. So don't forget the ones that we've just done, but this time a few more. So the next one we're going to do is going to have Little Miss Tiny. Whew. Where we're going to get nice and small. Then we're going to have Mr. Strong! Yeah, show them muscles! And we're going to have Mr. Tickle! And you've got to imagine that you're tickling someone. Tickle, tickle, tickle! And then we're going to have Little Miss Scary. Rah! And then Little Miss Star. Are you ready? Should we get the music started again? There's a lot more this time. So you're going to have to really try your hardest to remember them. I'm going to have to remember them too. Ready? Jogging on the spot. Little Miss Quick. Really fast. Really fast. Mr. Strong. Back jogging on the spot again. Little Miss Scary. Rah! Back on the spot again. Mr. Bounce. Mr. Tall. Back jogging again. Mr. Tickle. Little Miss Tiny! Back jogging again. Little Miss Star! Jogging again. Mr. Jelly, wibble. Jogging again. Little Miss Quick. Faster. Little Miss Star! Good, jogging on the spot again. Little Miss Tiny! Woo! Getting a nice small ball. Good. Jogging on the spot, not much longer left. Mr. Tickle! Mr. Strong! Jogging again, Little Miss Quick! Miss Jelly! Mr. Jelly! Stop there. Great work. Whew. Feeling a little bit warm. If you need to have a drink or a bit of a breather, please do. But great work on that warm-up, guys. Now that we're warm, we're going to get started with today's lesson. So we're going to look at rolling and retrieving today. So we're going to explore more into that. And with that, we're going to be using a ball. I would recommend a ball around this side to make it easier for yourself. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to be getting into our rhythm position for our rolling, and we'll be practicing. So knee bend, level, in line with your toes, the other leg straight, back straight. Using my hand to help aim towards the direction we're going in, and we swing with our stop the ball going any further. So I've done that really slowly. I'll do a demonstration again. My ready position, rolling the ball, I collect it, and I get my foot there as the barrier. When you move, you must look at where you're going, because we don't want you crashing into anything, and you need to see where the ball is going. So let's have a few goes together at practicing that one first. If you want to make it more challenging, you can make the distance you are rolling the ball even longer. Think about how hard you're rolling the ball as well, because if we roll it harder, it's going to roll a lot faster, isn't it? And it's going to be harder for us to try and retrieve it and stop it with our foot as a barrier. So you've got to think about that as well. So if you do want to test yourself with how fast, because I'll do a fast one, and move quite quickly to get there, to stop it with my foot. A few more goes each, and each foot. I have forgotten how many before. Stop it there with my foot as a barrier. And well done. Now, instead of stopping it with our foot, when we roll it, we're now going to use a bat. So if you haven't got a bat at home, then you can use your hand to stop it, but to not how we've been collecting it and picking it up with a hand, I want you to try and keep your hand nice and flat. It's flat, like our racket, because when we go to stop it, all I'm going to do is put my hand across the other side, like how the bat would be, or just on top to stop it like this. I'm not going to be collecting it, I'm doing the exact same thing as what the racket would be doing. So, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because now I'm going to have to try and roll the ball when the racket's in our hand. Or if you wanted to, you could bat the ball to the other side, if that makes it easier. So I'll do one with rolling it and one with batting it as well. So I'm going to roll the ball, and I'm going to stop it, because now my bat is known as the barrier that we've been doing. So then I have to take it back again. This time we're going to bat it. So I'll put it down on the floor. We're aiming where we're going. Oh, that was a bit of a rubbish. And then we're stopping it there. And we're doing it. I'll do it this way. Rolling. Woo. See, I can move a little bit quicker with that one. See if I can do it better on there. Just think about how hard you are hitting it with the racket as well, because if you hit it too hard, then it's going to go flying away. You've got to remember, you've got to try and get there, so we're focusing on the retrieving as well. A few more goes. Don't be afraid to swap hands as well, which one you're using to stop the ball at the other end, and extend your distance to make it harder. And if you wanted to, you can increase the power behind the ball when you're rolling. Let's stop it there. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to go and practice each one of them. So one with our foot being a barrier and one with the racket being our barrier. So about 10 times on each one. Off you go. Great work. Now let's move on. For this one, you need a ball, and you will need a wall. I'm using the bench here, so I'd recommend that you go out into the garden for this activity. So to start off with, we need to get in our ready position for kicking a ball, because we're going to kick the ball towards the wall. So I've got one foot, my front foot forwards, toes point into the direction I'm kicking in, and I'm going to be looking that way when to kick the ball. My kicking foot is going to be doing a swinging action to kick the ball in the direction it needs to go, and for that we're going to use the inside of our foot. I'm going to put the ball down now, in that first position of looking where I'm going. I kick the ball towards the wall, but on the way back, I need to make sure I'm in my ready position to move, to make sure I'm in line to where the ball's coming back, so I can control the ball using my foot barrier on the way back. So let me show you that. Foot side, kick it, I get in line, and I control the ball with my foot barrier. So let's have a few goes with doing that together. Have a few goes with one foot, then the other foot, and if it becomes a little bit too easy, challenge yourself and take a step back. So let's have a few goes. I move, I'm in the right position, I control it with my foot. And I've got to move again, I'm in line with the ball, and I've controlled it again. One more go. My ready position to kick the ball, I've moved, I'm in line with the ball, and I control it again. I want you guys to go and have 1 minute practicing that. Off you go. Now let's try with a bat. So instead of doing the kicking action this time, we're going to be hitting the ball with the bat. So the ball's on the floor, we get in our ready position for hitting with the bat. Foot point forward, looking where we're going, opening up my body for the swing through with the bat, so that we get the power that we need behind it. You can use your aiming arm to help aim the direction that you're going in. That's the first bit that we do. Now we need to remember, I need to move along to be in line with the ball, and then I need to stop it with my racket, or your bat, or your hand if you're using it, because now we're using our hand or bat as the barrier. So let's do that again. In my ready position, aiming, hit towards the wall, making sure I'm in line, and then I stop the ball. Have you noticed how I'm not moving along like this, in the same position, in the same ready position as when I'm going to hit the ball with a racket? I come back and I face my whole body towards the ball as I move along, because it's easier to move side to side and walking with like this. So we come back in this position, and then I'm ready to stop the ball in the correct angle where the ball's coming back. So we'll do it again. Control it away from me. Don't forget to think about how hard you're hitting with the racket, because family member. So I'm going to put my mask on, and then lovely JJ is going to come join me. Me and JJ are going to stand a nice distance away. We don't want to stand too far away for this bit. We just want to make sure, starting off that with a nice equal distance. So I'm going to pass JJ the ball to start off with. I need to make sure I'm in my ready position for giving the ball towards him. He's going to be in his ready position to receive the ball, like so. And then once he's in that ready position and the ball comes closer towards him, he's going to position himself, right, so he's going to be in line with the ball to then control the ball with his foot, using the foot as the barrier. So we're going to show you. Ready, JJ? He's had to move to control the ball. So now I'm going to be ready. I'm in my ready position. I move and I control the ball with my foot, using it as the barrier. Let's try a weaker foot, JJ. Good. And I'm now controlling the ball. If you want to make this a bit more tricky, you can move it further away and increase your distance. But remember for this, I'm not trying to catch JJ out. I don't want to be smashing the ball like this at him, because the focus is nicely past the ball so he can get in the ready position to receive it and control the ball to pass it back. How many can you do successfully with your partner in 1 minute? Off you go. Now we're going to look at passing the ball to the side of our partner so they can focus on getting in the ready position to move to be in line with the ball before controlling the ball. So are you ready for this, JJ?
I'm ready.
Good. So I'm in my position, JJ's ready. I'm going to pass to the side of him. He's had to move, he's had to make that side step across to be in line with the ball, so he's then controlled it with his foot. I've moved side and I've got my foot barrier there ready. Good. One more. Had to move and I've controlled it. I've got my foot barrier there. You guys go have a practice. Off you go. Now we've got bats to use. So instead of using our kicking action, now we're going to be using the batting action. So I'm in my ready position for my batting. JJ's in his ready position to receive the ball, and he's going to be ready to control it. So I can use my aiming arm if I need to point in a direction. And JJ gets the racket there to use it as our barrier. One more go, JJ. I moved to stop it with my barrier as my back. Now we're going to do it, we're doing it at an angle, so I'm now not going to hit directly to JJ, I'm going to hit it towards the side of him, so he has to move to get in the correct angle in line with the ball to when he needs to stop it. So, you ready? He's had to move to be in line with the ball, he gets his racket there to stop it, and so he has control of the ball. I'm in my ready position to receive. I've had to move, and I can stop it with my racket. Ready, JJ?
Yep.
So I can move to the sides, doing that side stepping action to be in line with it. And I've had to move as well, side stepping to get there as much as I can. If you want to make this trickier, don't forget you can extend it or use your weaker hand when you're doing it. Go and have a practice. Off you go. Now we're going to play a game. For this, so me and JJ are going to be being a bit more competitive and we're going to be trying to beat each other. I have my area here, in between these two mats here, and JJ has his at that end. JJ's going to be trying to score past me, getting it past me, and I'm going to be doing the same thing at that end. For this, you can use your racket. If you don't have a racket, use your hand as the imaginary racket. Or if you only have one person has one, the other one uses a hand and then you swap over. So, I'm in my ready position to be hitting the bat towards JJ, you can call him Georgia, and we're using our racket to stop the ball at the other side, as that's going to be still known as our barrier and the skills that we've just been practicing. The main focus of this is to make sure, so if JJ's going to be the one trying to stop the ball going that end, he needs to be able to shuffle along, moving side to side to get in line with the ball to stop it. My aim is to try and make that job really tricky for him. So shall we have a practice, JJ?
Let's go for it.
Might trick him with where I'm going. JJ has to move across to the other side.
Four shot.
That was out.
Four, out, down.
And again. That was definitely through. That one passed my racket and hit my foot, so that would have counted for JJ because it's gone through my area. With this, if the ball comes this side, you're going to want to try and get the bat across over here. If it goes the other side, you're going to have to shift your body, because if you're holding the racket in this one, you want it to come across your body and be ready to stop it here. Ready?
I'm ready. A few out shots.
Now we're going to try and play this with one touch. So we must be hitting it back straight away. Are we ready, JJ?
Yes, I'm ready.
Sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's out. It's for Georgia.
yes, it's a small area. Oh, damn.
Oh, she didn't hit it one time. We said one time, didn't we? Here we go.
That has to move.
I think it's a 3-0. on, give Georgia one chance to get herself some dignity back. So you ready? Oh, it's how we get this 4-0 clean sweep. Yes.
Thank you, JJ. You guys go and have a practice. Now for the next challenge. We are now going to use a smaller ball. Are you ready, JJ?
I'm ready. Here we go. No, here we go. I'll tell you what, let's get a rally going, George, and I'm cool with it. Oh! I'll tell you what, she hit me that time. 1-0, I'm coming back for it. Oh, it's out court, 1-1, she kicked it back straight away. Oh, good boy, it's bouncing around everywhere, it's lethal. Right, one more. What's that, 2-1 to you, Georgia?
Should we do best of 3 now, JJ?
Go on then, we'll do best of 3. Put my life on the line here, guys. Ready? 2-1 to you, best of 3.
Just been teasing. Good. Ready? Come on then, JJ, now it's time for you to get it back.
One more then. One more, here we go.
And it 1-1.
What?
It's 1-1.
It's not 3-1 to you, I don't know what you're saying.
Is it?
Are you ready? No, it's 3-2. This would be to draw. It's going out anyway, right now, I'll just throw it away. Yeah.
You guys have a practice now, off we go. Now to recap today's lesson, we looked at receiving and retrieving the ball with our hand, our bat, or with our foot. Don't forget though that we must remember to get in our ready position so that we're in line and we have to move to be in line with the ball when we come to stopping the ball. Well done today guys, this is Georgia from Fiesta, see you next time.